And hello, welcome, hi, howdy, whatever you guys say. Auf Wiedersehen. That's hello in German, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
I
huh?
think I think
Yeah,
that's goodbye or something, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. In Berlin. Yeah, I'm Ich bin ein. Anyways, welcome. I'm Anna. This is Zagzy, my beautiful golden retriever
Hello,
friend. Yeah, hi
hello,
Zagzy.
hello, hello.
We're here today to bring you the wonderful match of GOBS versus BWAE. This is the big one
Dude,
here.
I can't wait. I'm so excited, dude.
I am too. I've been waiting for these teams. I literally said before the season, I was like, I'm gonna cast this game. There's no one that's gonna stop me, because
I
this is gonna be an interesting match. I also said that last time for Recursion, but we're gonna hope that B-Way can hold up a little better than Recursion. Sorry, Zagzy.
Oh, it's
Um,
okay. I don't care.
that's fair. So yeah, GOBS v B-Way. It's
That's
like honestly in my mind right now, top two teams. Um,
yeah. I agree, and like I think we're gonna see a lot of that fast-paced like movement around the map, like we've
Yeah.
seen from these really skilled teams, and it'll be a really good match. Like just being able to see how like each team reacts just because of their speed.
Yeah, absolutely. These are two we saw in VCats versus B-Way. We saw B-Way map game the hell out of VCats. They were very
Hmm
sharp, very good. It was very impressive. And of course, I don't think GOBS need much introduction at this point. I think everyone is kind of aware of what they are and what they do. They have a ton of experience on that team, a ton of like really seasoned veterans just all over. Um, they're stacked. I mean, stacked in a way I can't even. I could read off the names to you, but I don't think it would sink in very well. It's a lot of like deep experience and very good players there. So we're expecting a lot from GOBS, and we're also expecting a lot from B-Way because they've got the dubness factor. For those of you who don't know him, he's pulled some stuff off before. He's won a
Yeah.
lane smash and an outfit wars before.
From that first match against VCast, that was nuts. Like
Yeah.
the dubness factor, dude. Like the angry man shouting the mic, telling you to get out of the spawn room, start pushing in.
Yeah, he understands. Oh, here we found it says 0. Nice.
Yeah, it's 0, it's 0.
Okay, good. That takes a load off my back. All right.
By the way, if you can toss me your OBS cam name so I can use
Yeah.
friend,
Yeah.
or as you just draw it.
Yeah. It should be. Yeah, I'll type it in TeamSpeak so I don't
Okay.
put it out and have people sending me tells and friends requests. Let's see. But yeah, what do you expect here, Zaxi, from all this? Like, what is it? Let's get your prediction real quick for your hot take.
Let me think about this.
Okay. I'll tell you mine.
I would love to hear yours first.
I think that this will be the most resistance that GOBS have faced so far. That's my prediction for the map, or for the match. Sorry, I think that B-Way are really well drilled. They have a lot of players that are experienced in this format. They know how to play against a team that has a fragging difference, like they did versus VCats. I'm hoping, honestly, I'm hoping for a really good match here. I think that if anyone could put it up, it's going to be them.
Yep.
This is also a dominant Goblin side, though. Like, these guys are no joke.
Yep. I fully agree with that. I think the only thing I would add on to that is like we're definitely gonna see like the large air battle from the start. I know B-Way B-Way and GOBS have used the very like a traditional opener in the alpha where it was the full air, So
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, B-Way's air squad is actually, like, disgusting.
exactly.
And so is GOBS. Like, they're, like, probably, I would say, I don't know, I know VCats has a lot of really good air players, but they're on alt names. I don't know all of them, to be honest. But I know, like, B-Way too, they have a lot of players that can double up. Like, they have, I mean, so do GOBS. These two teams, like, they're very, I don't want to say similar because I feel like I'll get, like, angry DMs after that, but, like, very similar characteristics in a lot of ways. Like a lot of, like, duo infantry fraggers plus pilots, like, that can do both. On B-Way, like, guys like Dudis, guys like Blade Shark. Same thing on GOBS. Like, you've got guys like I'm for Peace. You've got, like, people like a Nethil. Like, they can all fly and shoot very well.
They
like,
can flex.
Yes.
That's huge in this format because
Very
you don't. In this format, you really don't. It's like once things start going right, it's like you really don't know what you need, right? It's like, okay, the vehicle pushed this lane. Who can stop the vehicle, right?
Yeah.
But if you bring strict vehicle, they can. What if you don't need a vehicle all of a sudden, right? Then they're not doing anything, and that's unfortunately a waste of a slot. And it's and having these flex players are just so powerful being able to adapt.
Yeah, these kinds of formats, and I always reference Lane Smash because I was a one-trick Andy in Lane Smash. It was great. But like these kinds of formats, like Lane Smash like formats, are very like when you're an individual player, like you're thinking of like how can I be useful at this particular time. I played this morning and I was a medic and I spent most of my time pulling up buses and stuff, you know, and using the buses too, like hopping the bulldogs and just killing stuff that I saw on the way, like just being useful in any way that I could. And that's kind of like it's like the goal here. It's not just point holding. It's not just like, you know, you run up and you stick guys on point and that's it. Although that is of course a huge thing. But yeah.
Your thing, I got
too long.
rejected.
I do have auto invites off. Whoopsies.
Yeah.
My bad.
I feel so rejected.
I did
big
reject
Sag.
you. Yeah, but
Twitch.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I expect to see, like you were saying earlier, I do expect to see the same traditional openers. You know, like just the kind of air balls, like leveraging their strengths, because both teams are very strong in the air. I would say that playing in the air is going to benefit BWAE a lot because there is, in my opinion, a huge infantry difference in this. Just on like head clicking, if we're gonna call that, it's my favorite stat.
Right, you know? Right. If I may, I'll also mention that like if and I've noticed this from Goblin Tribe is that they keep the gobbles in the galaxy, dude. And
the Goblin Galaxies.
If BWAE can manage to secure that, you know, air control somehow, right? It'll be very interesting to see how GOBS react to that because we haven't seen that happen quite yet. Like Goblin Tribe has remained a firm grip in the air.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen that's a good point. I think the only team that has really contested has been Recursion. Recursion did really well to actually contest in the air. It's pretty good. Like I was really impressed with them. I think BWAE is probably going to be a lot better. They have a lot more pilots. I know Hable plays for them. I'm just trying to remember names, like, you know, blah blah blah. Tons of people, tons of pilots they've recruited, and like I said, other infantry flex players that can fly. So I expect to see a constant air battle, similar to like what we saw versus VCATs. They were basically in the air the whole time.
And you know, just the best part about all this is it'll make for a great cinematic just opening.
Yeah, it'll be my beautiful ADHD camera work will come in handy there.
Oh hell yeah, bud.
Oh yeah, bud.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I'm just gonna make sure I have everything set up. We still have another 12 minutes to talk. What do we talk about?
Okay.
What do we talk about, let me get the overlay set up actually, and then I'll go in game. We could talk about the bases and what we think they're gonna do. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Let me go to live gameplay.
You think they're gonna finally like open on the tech plant this time?
I hope so. Oh, there we go. I don't. That's interesting because like I don't think. Like in Hydra, I've played matches with Hydra, and they just ignore the tech plant every time. It's really like literally, and the people we've been playing against have also ignored the tech plant every time. So it's very funny. So, yeah. I don't know.
It kind of. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm messing with the overlay right now. So you take it away, please.
I'll just say like the tech plant kind of reminds me of the. If anybody's ever played New Worlds and you've been to Orikaka mines, you know, just the shadow war that would go on in the Orikaka mines, dude. Like, nobody would be flagged. Everybody's just hiding in some dirty corner, just waiting to get a frag or, like, get aggro on some mob. It kind of feels like the tech plan is just not very, like, it seems very ghost happy, is my point.
Yeah, it's also a complicated base to like actually attack. Like there's layers to it. It's hard. You can't really gum everyone up in a powerhouse like you can with a lot of these bases. So it's people don't like committing to it. The same with Granite Head. Like Granite Head, and let's just hop over to Granite Head a little bit.
Sure.
I'm gonna hop over. Like you see Granite Head, we've got the 8-point under the ground here. We've got a triple stack right here. That's what people call a triple stack building, or a double stack. But if you call it a double stack, don't call it that.
Triple stack, double stack.
Yeah, triple stack is the way to go. And that's a very defensible building. You've got in your triple stack, you know, you've got your little stairs and stuff, and then you've just got like these. There's like 4 entryways, I think, and then you know some windows and then balcony, but like very defensible, very un-air to groundable. So people love holding in those. Same thing with the powerhouse. Powerhouse is probably even stronger. I think it's the strongest building to hold in the game. It's just, I mean, just look at the crossfires you can get off of it. Look how hard it is to breach that, you know, these little doors here.
Right, and just to note, like the powerhouse, right? The short stairs, they're not covered, right? Compared to some of the other powerhouses in the different.
Not on
places.
Granite Head, yeah. Granite Head
Right.
is unique because there's no wall up. We call this
Mhm.
fat stairs, by the way, for anyone tuning in for the first time, not familiar with the terminology. Fat
Fat or
stairs.
long.
Or long, yeah. Hallway, skinny or short, some people call it. I think mostly skinny though, skinny door. But yeah, there's on other bases there are walls here, which we can actually go look at in a minute. But so people like to come to Granite Head, and no one likes to hold Satcom, really commit to it. I haven't really seen anyone except for like Miku go to Satcom.
Right, and I'll just finish off by saying, like, just parroting what Sales said a couple interviews back. It's like Granite Head offers you so many lanes to attack. Like, there's like 2 connections on Granite Head versus like you go to Arizak, there's only 1 connection. You can only go to the next base, right? You can't do that shuffling that the fast outfits.
Yeah.
Right?
So so Granite Head is very important too. For just the reason of like these, the 2 lattice connections, like you said, you can go hydroponics, you can go Nexus Secure. So it basically bypasses these lanes here. You can kind of, and it makes Satcom not necessary. You don't have to take Satcom to move on down this lane. You can just take Granite Head, take Bitter Gorge, go to Argent Pass, and then go to Nexus Secure, and you're in a powerhouse here.
Yeah, and you're in a great in that scenario. You're already in a good spot, like
because you take this. I think it's a 4-minute 30 timer. I think
Granite Head or
no, my implants. I forgot to take my implants off.
Disaster.
Oh shit! I don't think I can take them off.
Wait, why do you have to take your implants off?
Because it shows on the screen.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's a little thing, but it's damn. I don't think I can exit and then come back in. If I can do that, please DM me and tell me how, so I can fix that. Anyways, but yeah, like you take Granite Head, you come to Nexus Secure, and that's a back cap there, it's right next to their warp gate, and it's a very tough building to breach. It's a powerhouse. You got the dubs, you got the fat, This is where the walls come in though. So it's a little harder than Granite Head Powerhouse. You have the walls here, so you can't crossfire onto the point. You can't crossfire onto the point from top of fat either. And you can't rotate very quickly either. So you have to take the space in here. We're going to look for BWAE. BWAE are, well known as a point-holding outfit, yada, yada. And we're going to look for them to really kind of show that today. We're going to look to see what they can do.
Right, and just the parrot, just a tiny little bit. We've also seen Goblin Tribe make really good use of this powerhouse, like the counter.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we were talking about the counter pushes so much. Me and Zagszy love a good counter push. Yeah. So a big mistake that a lot of teams make is they will put up barriers, they'll put up turrets down here. I'm looking at the lobby right now. And then they will set up as well, like maybe another squad in fat. And they will sit up on the hallway on like, you get a little head glitch here, you get some cover here. And they get kind of cozy and they just sit up here.
Right.
That can work on Granite Head. It's honestly, I don't like holding like that. It can work. But the thing is on these bases, you can't do that. You have to take the space out here. You have to come and attack these doors. You have to counter push when they're pushing up. Like you have to nip that in the bud, or else they just take all the space. They're up fat and they're just like pushing it in you. Basically, they got the shotguns, they got their maxes and stuff. That's what we're gonna look to see from both these teams is like how well can they hold these buildings. Because not only is there one here, there's also one at Hydroponics. So Slate Canyon is interesting too, but we'll talk about that a little later. I think that's 6 minutes left.
Right, and just I'll just end it on saying the counter pushes are so good on this base because like look at lobby, dude. It's a straight line down. There's no cover. There's like 4 pillars. Yeah,
I think I remember seeing a GOBS push come in D3 over here.
Right.
And then I just looked over and Recursion did not counter push. But if they had, they would have wiped the push. But GOBS just sustained through. It was just like, missed opportunities.
It's like this spot is just such a terrible spot. Like maybe I won't say terrible, but there's no good spots to stand. Like you're just crossfired from every direction. And you can't hold short either. It's like this is covered.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, what are we talking about now? Maybe we bit off more than we could chew on this.
Slate Canyon.
Slate Canyon sucks. No,
I love Slate Canyon.
It's a very interesting base. I wish it was on live because I like it. So Slate Canyon, it's a defender base, defender owned. It's not neutral. You got the double stack here. This is what I call the double stack. You got this building here. This is a very kind of hard building to hold, honestly. There's not a lot of good angles to set up. There's basically like the stairs in this back corner over here. I have to uninstall Planetside to fix that problem. Unlucky. So you basically can just hold like this angle right here. They can C4 in from the stairs and like wipe your defense right here very easily. It's tough.
Right.
It's a tough building to hold. Air to ground can get in there and basically reach all over point.
Oh, I don't think we've seen that yet, though. I don't think I've seen that yet. Like, air ground just completely destroyed. Have you? Okay, I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, I have definitely. Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's an interesting base. I really like the amount of options that defenders have to push from. You can you can loop around. You can put a Sunday back over here in this little garage area, kind of. You can drive one in.
This spot's really powerful, by the way, because it's very difficult to get rid of.
There's also another one over. Oh, there's not. Oh my god. I was bamboozled. There was another one on the other base that's called Argent Pass. Okay. Or no, not Argent Pass. I'm sorry. I think Canyon.
This one's even covered. Like the other one at Slate Canyon isn't covered. Like you can actually fly up there and C4 down the valley. Like
oh
this
no,
one's
I'm totally wrong. I'm totally wrong. There's only one lane. Ignore me.
Okay.
Ignore me. I don't know anything I'm talking about. I've never known anything.
Disaster.
Check on the stream, by the way, and just make sure there's no stuttering issues or anything like that.
That's okay.
Just good? Okay. Just keep an eye on it. Just want to make sure.
Chat's asking us to show GOBS warp gate.
Show GOBS warp gate?
We're not
we will in a minute. Come on, guys. Like, we've seen both these teams play for the last, like, 4 weeks. You can guess what's in there. Like, come on.
Right.
You know, it's not a... Oh, one player not in for BWAE. I just noticed that. Unlucky.
It's not a
secret
mystery
anymore.
box,
like,
dude. Yeah.
These two teams like to play air control. I haven't even looked at their warp gates, but they're probably going to play air control.
I'm 100%. I'm just gonna bet.
Yeah.
BWAE size galaxies, Goblin Tribe size galaxies, done. Like we're gonna see a huge battle in the middle, and it's gonna be great.
I hope so. Ooh, we got 2 dropped for BWAE. GOBS with a little bit of overpop coming in. Unlucky from BWAE.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, that's been a recurring issue. Just the dropouts and not being able to get back in. I hope they continue to do Nexus. And I hope that they fix stuff like that, because that really does suck for the player that's, like, disconnecting.
Right.
I think Menace posts on Reddit something about, like, just having you join back in with 0 nanites to prevent, like, abuse. You know? Like, so you don't, like, leave and rejoin to get, like, full nanites. And I like that idea a lot, but I don't know. Rel, listen to me, please. I beg you. Anyways, we're going to segue into something here.
You want to talk about Alpha and Omega with the minute we have left?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, actually, we've seen really strong. I'm not going to show the warp gate. I'm just at the base. I'm just at the base. So we've seen really strong stuff from GOBS so far. They've got a lot of experience in. I think a lot of them are playing on like 3 different teams too, like across the servers. Like
right.
I like
on Connery. I'm not
some
sure.
play.
I think FIFA on Connery.
I think Dire, FIFA, like they're spread out all over because they're not playing on Connery. So like they've had a ton of experience like around all these bases. Like they play like 3 matches a week for a lot of them. And what you see is like they know how to camp these bases, and with air control, I mean, let's just go to the spawn and look up. It's really there's a lot of blue sky here, a lot of blue sky. Yeah, unlucky. It's gonna be tough if it does get to the warp gate. It's gonna be tough to break out for either team.
Not impossible though. Not impossible. That last second save. S3X1 last second save, recursion last second save.
A lot of that,
it's possible.
Yeah, and playing now, a lot of it comes from the warp gate too. You have to pull armor, you have to pull air from the warp gate to contest and get their spawns out, and then kind of like wrap around them through the powerhouses. But we got a minute 30 left. We'll go take a look at warp gates. GOBS are blue, by the way, which is fitting because they're NC. It's sick. So what we see from GOBS is, wow, shocker, a lot of galaxies.
Wow! Oh my god! I'm so surprised.
Is it double pulled? We do see double pulls coming out. This is a strategy that a lot of teams aren't on yet, the double pulling. You can pull 2 vehicles at once. Look how they hop between them. That's a really good strategy because this is free nanites right here. These don't cost any nanites. All the nanites have already regens. So they basically have... Yeah, they have 2... Look at them. Look at it. There you go, Stack. Good job. Solid work, Soldier. But that's I'm expecting BWAE to do the same. Dubness is keen to this meta. He did it all lane smash. Very much surprised me to see them not do it, and... Yeah, we see a couple double pulls come out here. I see Guru doing one. I see, same thing. You know, doesn't look like as many though. But yeah, the same thing we saw over there. Just air. Some rep gals. The rep gals have been really good so far.
I think they're confident in their air, which is why they pulled less.
I mean, I would be.
I think that's my only.
No, I don't know. I mean, I do see. Yeah, I see a bunch. I think their whole air squad has double pulls set up already. I see Yami with one. Ooh, 10 seconds. I'll go ahead and watch BWAE. You guys watch. You can go watch GOBS and see what happens. But yeah, the meta here is something we still see evolving, and it's. I hope teams, and here we go. We're starting. I hope teams can like kind of get into it. I hope we get more Nexus next season, so that teams can like adapt and like look over the VODs and see what they did wrong. All right, and here we go. We're actually starting now.
Here comes the air squad from GOBS, dude. Like they're ascending, huh?
Are they?
They're going real high, so they're not gonna use the mountain as cover. That's interesting. I think like a lot of teams have been using going low, using mountain as cover. But anyways, that's
it looks
not
like
really
they're
that
going. It looks like they're going full aggro. I see drops coming in onto Granite. We're gonna zoom out a little bit, catch this this air battle. Anvil's coming in. Heavy Anvil gets destroyed on the way in from BWAE, I think.
Oh god.
And look at the focus coming in on these gals. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, GOBS went high and are coming down and pinching on. That's a solid play from the air squad there. Use the infantry and the gals as bait. I see Blackson in a Skyguard. Let's go. Loot is dead. That's good.
I think the idea was to drop down on because they know they were gonna. The cross section, the scythe is actually wider on top. So. And
look at the map. We have no one on Satcom. We have 1224 on Bitter Gorge for BWAE, and it's about even over Granite Head. So it looks like we're gonna see. This is what I like about BWAE's air squad. Look at how passively they're playing. This is perfect. Like, this is how you play a scythe in a group fight like this. And now they're finally going to go and they see the advantage. But, like, this is really good from them. Using the rep gals, using the mountains, like, that's solid group fight airplay from them.
That Skyguard's not really being contested, though. It stays there, like, I don't know how long. Because, again, firepower, but slow.
It's, I don't know, like, looking at it, they kind of just retreat back and go, like, sit on the, you see them trying to kill it a little bit, like half-assed.
Right.
Oh, here comes Gru. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? He's got the C4 out. Oh, there's Synovus, though. Sorry. Anyways, we're gonna go look at the actual action here. We've got, looks like BWAE set up inside the powerhouse here. Sorry, the camera work. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit.
I think BWAE is actually winning the air. Or maybe not now, but they have the advantage. Like, they have clearly more air planes in the air right now.
Yeah, I think that's where we're going to see the double pulls come in soon-ish.
Right.
Surprised to see GOBS not win air, but like we said, like these pilots on BWAE side are really good. like
they're focused on defending their galaxies. So
yeah.
I think so I won't say I was right, but I think the idea was basically galaxies infantry movement, defend galaxies, use them as anchors.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see I think GOBS finally get a breach in here and wipe this powerhouse from BWAE. This is the flaw that I see in a lot of holes, is that you can just kind of divide and conquer on Granite Head. It's very easy. If you're not flexible enough, like BWAE should be flexing out and taking time on this point right now. There's no air to ground to keep them penned in, and it's like 7 GOBS, I think. Yeah, BWAE have slight overpop here. Like they're
so here comes
not playing aggressive enough. Yeah. We see some rotations coming out, but it's not quite enough. They're going all in on Bitter Gorge though. No one on Satcom.
They repelled the multi-sided push initially, but it looks like they took mass casualties. They'll have to start using some resources to get back up.
Yeah, and then using the resonates there, I think. Oh,
no,
nice flanks though.
I think that's fine. Oh no, they don't have a spawn. Okay. So this is gonna be kind of tough for Goblin Tribe now, since I think all their galaxies are actually over at Bitter Gorge.
Big overpop here for BWAE. We see a galaxy coming in from Slatter Me Daddy. I can't remember who that is.
Is it Slatter?
No, it's not. No, definitely. But yeah, big overpop from BWAE here. And I'm sorry, that's a GOBS overpop on Bitter Gorge. I think that's
right.
Yeah, they're gonna all in that, which is fair. Like, you might as well. It's about to go through in 5 seconds. No contest from BWAE at all. BWAE gonna all in on Granite Head, but GOBS are just gonna stall, and that's a 5-minute timer.
I think I get what they're trying to do. They're confident in their ability to take this base. This is the only reason they're not here yet.
But what's gonna happen now is all of that pop is gonna go to. Oh, there's a defensive bus set up.
C point, huge push from Goblin Tribe on C point, coming from one of those tunnels.
Yeah, there's the redeploy I was just talking about. Coming up, look at these guys roll up the base. Holy shit! Oh, that's a nasty push. There's no way you're defending that without some serious like max units or something.
No, Goblin Tribe's got this in the bag.
Yeah, look at all the dead BWAE members. Unlucky.
here's the other issue. BWAE doesn't have logistics. How are they gonna get back here?
Yeah, no logistics. They have air control, but like, they're just fighting. That's the problem. Is the rotations came in and they were still fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have A point though. They're gonna lose B point. It looks as well.
I think Golem Tribe's got this in the bag. Just based on what I've seen.
Agree. I don't think that BWAE's not quite leveraging the air to ground enough. They're kind of coming in a little late here. We still see their air squad up, but like they have it looks like they have a lot more pilots than GOBS does in the air right now. 2 galaxies as well. Let's see, what do we got?
Have the Goblin Gals been removed, or are they still there?
They have been, absolutely have been removed.
Okay.
So, kind of what we see, a little interesting Mag Rider strat here, but what is it going to do?
Ooh. I'll just mention, Goblin Tribe still has a couple galaxies in reserve in the Warp Gate, so we don't know what they're going to be used for, but just saying.
We just saw bolters get bolted. That is, yeah, unlucky there.
Bolt on bolt violence.
Well, his name is actually IV6 Bolter, so it's even funnier.
I think that's Dumbness, actually.
That is Dumbness.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
I'm sorry, Dumbness, I love you. Looks like BWAE coming in, trying to hold B point here on Granite Head. They're doing okay. I don't see any maxes. I don't know if they even have spawns up at this point for Granite Head. I think they're just delaying.
I think they're just beacon based right now.
Yeah.
It'll be tough for BWAE to...
We see a GOBS push coming in as well on dubs. It's gonna be rough here. They've got a max, unsupported though. Where's the engineer?
Here comes that Goblin push, yeah, you're right. They're just... Oh, no.
Is it gonna get... Oh, the C4 is huge!
Goblin's trying to flank off up short stairs. No one's contesting the short push.
Yeah, just looks like a little bit of overpop here from GOBS as well. And a really... This is what you see from GOBS. Their pushes are probably like the best I've seen on Emerald so far. I don't think anyone has a better like push game. But while they were doing that, they had to rotate, come back to C for BWAE, but GOBS are just immediately back there. Look at how quickly they move.
So, BWAE will have to deal with that Sunder while they're at C, while they're there. But I don't know if they have the time to do that. Like, as long as that's there, this is gonna be super hard for BWAE.
Yeah, absolutely. Where is it? Can you put a waypoint on that Sunder?
Sure. It's like just Squadway kinda. In one of the
okay.
close to one of the
I know what you're talking about. I wonder if BWAE has a Sunder back here. They don't.
Right.
BWAE playing very light on the cheese, very light on the anything, and they're just trying to dry push GOBS, and that's not going to happen. And the cap finally going through for GOBS here. Lots of fight, lots of battle happening.
A small Velk drop actually from BWAE, but it's gonna be too late. GOBS have the base, and as we know, fully from GOBS, they're gonna move on.
GOBS are very much on the base. We see backcappers at Argent Pass and at Nexus Secure. I want to say good backcap guard so far from BWAE. They have not let that one person come in. See another gal coming in for GOBS.
The rat gameplay.
Gonna take a look over here. Oh, and the Galaxy game. Yeah.
Oh gosh, BWAE just got wiped off A.
Yeah, and we're taking a look here at Nexus Secure and basically full squad of goblins, not flipping the point. Oh, Granite Head. Whoopsies.
Granite Head.
Whoopsies.
But
air battle's still going on, but you got to ask yourself at this point for BWAE, like, what has this sort of like what does this air game accomplish for you?
Exactly.
I don't. Exactly. It's not been leveraged very much.
Think about how much pop they're committing into the air and how they're losing the ground fight, right? And this is, I kind of talked about it earlier. Like the flex players are so strong. Maybe they're flexed, but they haven't flexed yet. Like they're still in the air.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see BWAE, they're just going to keep contesting on Granite Head because, I mean, that's their backup guard right now, is that they can contest here. It's going to make GOBS rotate back, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. And nothing on SATCOM yet. I'm shocked that no one has even like gone over to flip. We see some pop there now, but just nothing going on. I'm trying to look for the fights, but it's kind of all over the place.
I think it's a skirmish in the air and Granite Head right now. I think both sides are trying to look for an opportunity.
Look at the BWAE air squad on the map over Nexus Secure. Oh my goodness.
Are they still fight? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're still gonna maintain air control, but we haven't seen any like BWAE air to ground. We've seen like one PPA scythe, and that's it's like you gotta ask like at what point are you losing by having air control? You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's interesting because that's what I noticed too, right?
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, no, continue.
I was just gonna say, like, it's what I've noticed is that you can deny GOBS the movement, but they've accomplished what they needed to accomplish with that initial speed, right? It's
absolutely.
Like, what point is there left for this besides to shoot down air?
Absolutely. I gotta say, this is good battle here. I like this. Look at I'm looking at B point on Granite Head right now. Just infantry battle Oh no, the shotguns though, not Bushido, Mr. Smellborp, and the Max coming in from MPOW, and
But
that's
part of the game.
Yeah, I know. It's part of the format. You gotta use it. Great Max player Empowered is. I gotta say, like every time he gets in, he's doing the right things. I notice. And that's an easy clear here on Granite Head. Looks like Satcom 1 minute left going through for BWAE. Take a look at if there's anything even here. Not really. This is it's unfortunate. This base is usually a ghost cap. Just looking. I'm trying to find a fight, but it's
so that's
no
interesting.
one fighting.
BWAE committed a two. I think it's like a Strata or 2 on Satcom. So if they take that, it'll give them a lot of options to hydroponics.
The problem is, if you look at the map, they're getting back capped at Nexus Secure right now, and once Nexus Secure substation is taken, that's game over. GOBS are, I think that's a medium anvil for Harasser. They're just kind of standing around too, like, oh god, all the anvils.
So BWAE's they're on the back step here. They have to do 2 things. GOBS only has to do 1 thing.
Yeah, okay, I see the heavy anvil too coming in for a Sunderer, and GOBS are gonna, oh good, lightning. Never mind, is that Frog Mike in a Skyguard?
Yeah.
Frog Mike in a Skyguard, and he's taking on the whole BWAE air team. Let's see. Oh, and he gets Yami!
This is what
I mean. My god!
The firepower is there. It's just slow.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm sold on the Skyguard. This, look at him. He's insane.
Dude, look, he's like fighting 5 people at once. This is nuts.
Oh, okay. He finally goes down. Unfortunately, the anvil dies too. They don't quite get the Sunder up, and that's gonna mean I don't think there's. I'm sorry for the camera work. Wow, that doesn't. No Maxes here at all. Is there any like actual fighting going on anywhere else?
No, they've full committed onto Satcom. I think BWAE is trying to force hydroponics and try and force GOBS to respond to them so they can deal with Nexus Secure.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt in my mind. And Jesus, just the air squad is pretty wild from BWAE.
Right. GOBS is absolutely they're putting up a good fight in the air, but the BWAE just have the numbers in this situation. It's difficult in the.
What's weird for me is that BWAE, no backcaps coming in from BWAE after they take Satcom. Very surprising. Probably going to come back
slow.
Yeah, very slow from them. Especially with this air contestation. Like, you think they would use it to get gals up and like get some maxes or something? I don't know.
Right. And I'm looking at the galaxies too. Like, there's one person.
Oh, here we go.
Go through those galaxies.
Nexus Secure substation. We got drops in. We got infantry battle. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, he runs into a scat max. That's unlucky.
Hate to see
it. Ooh, the flash strat's coming in too. Yeah, looks like GOBS are going to have a not a great setup, but definitely they got maxes, they got flashes and stuff for spawn options. Like, they're going to be nice and hunkered down in this powerhouse.
Yep. This is going to be they've got this in a death grip, dude. It's going to be very tough to like break them, scrape them off the walls.
Especially with BWAE. Yeah, BWAE are now containing spawns with the air squad, but like, where's your infantry at? We need reaction here. Like, this is time on point. And once they get time on point, like, they can just rotate back and retake at any time.
It's kind of what I've been saying too, like earlier. It's like BWAE is not. They're not removing. Yeah. They're not
reacting quick enough.
Redeploying their air.
Yeah.
They're keeping that pop in the air, and that's not going to help them take the point.
You've got to leverage it somehow. You've got to leverage that advantage.
Exactly.
And look at what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about taking space. Look at how they're set up here. Look at how close. They're not standing on the point. They're not standing up fat. They're like right next to the doors.
Right on the edge. Right on the edge.
I see. Oh, we got a couple heavies with no medic down here. That's a flaw in the hold. But BWAE are just gonna get stuffed up at door 1. They have to flex around the D2, D3.
Right.
But that Matic max is insane from Lude. Oh my goodness.
Right, and in this scenario too, it's like, okay, we push lobby, long stairs, crossfire. We push long stairs, lobby, crossfire. Like, you just see that GOBS teamwork coming in so handy.
And it's also oh no, this is now a BWAE overpop. I'm sorry. BWAE finally getting on a point. They're realizing now 20 seconds left is kind of desperate. You see the air squad transition to ground. Here comes the push from D1. Can they save this? I don't know. We see the GOB rotates coming in.
That max is down, so they do have a chance.
Oh, they do save it. The GOBs aren't close enough to the point. And now we're at competitive planet side, everybody.
All right, here comes the res ball fight, as is the Connery special.
This is just how you see it in these kinds of formats. It's Res Grenade Bando and BWAE finally taking that point. Overpop needed, and honestly, I think that was a very late reaction from them. They gotta be quicker.
They did make good use of that. Look at hydroponics; they do have that flip, so it wasn't a complete waste.
Here's the thing: look at Argent Pass.
Right, but that's kind of exactly what I mean.
Oh
It's
wait,
like,
never mind. I thought there was a hold here. There is a hold here. They just popped in for me. Goblins have a huge hold here. That's what you see a lot of times. They'll go over to Nexus Secure. They'll put time on point, and then after they get wiped, they'll just transition over. B already transitioned over here, and they have maxes in there. You see Cryptic and a max. Like, this is really good stuff from GOBS. They're playing faster than BWAE is. They're playing faster than BWAE, and I think that's BWAE's hope is to map game GOBS, but I don't see that happening right now.
the Goblin Tribes Reavers drift faster.
Yeah, something like that. Now we see BWAE's air squad just kind of ditching now. Some air to ground coming
back.
in.
Right.
They're here. This is where the air to ground comes in, but the PPA is notoriously not quite the same level as.
But the sheer volume of it,
yeah,
though.
there are quite a few.
Oh gosh. But the spacing, they're gonna crash into each other.
No, they got it. They're good.
Okay.
The push is coming out from BWAE. This is good stuff. They need to get in quick, though. Is that res tethers through the roof? That's sick. That's sick. And here comes the infantry push from BWAE. Look at this. This is great stuff from them, but they gotta get in. They gotta get in now.
For goblins. Yeah, they're into such a terrible spot. They're all stuck on stairs.
Yeah, and this is
pushing both sides.
Yeah, and this is look at BWAE will eat shit to clear this, and you gotta love to see that. But I think GOBS are gonna have the better sustain here. I don't think BWAE have quite the. Oh no! Maybe I'm calling too soon. I don't know. It's 50-50. I can't tell what's going on.
No,
Cryptic's still alive.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it comes down to the last person, honestly.
And it's a minute.
No, BWAE wasn't able to.
No, they weren't. And it comes down to a minute left on point. GOBS are securing. Resonate's still coming in for BWAE. This is insane infantry battle. Okay. Look at the air to ground coming in too.
They have a minute. They have a minute to save this.
They have one more push to come in. They have full air control. They can just respawn, pull some axes, get the push up. But
exactly, and they can recreate the scenario in which that allowed them to get so much ground so quickly.
It needs to happen now. Like, it needs to happen like 10 seconds ago to respawn, but they're not here. Unless they have a bus that I'm not noticing. Beacons, maybe? Oh, they're taking the beacons. Ooh.
Badge. It's not that great.
The problem is they have maxes in here. They have C4. Like, you need some killing power if you're BWAE. And they don't have that right now.
Right, and the BWAE push they had originally were wiped outside on stairs. Like, we just see the...
Oh, look at the C4 coming in on the stairs. That's nasty. Good work from GOBS here. I mean, just really good infantry play on both sides. C4 is coming out that resonates, and it's just not going to go through for BWAE. I think the maxes and the fragging difference is too much on GOBS side.
Right,
and there it goes for GOBS.
And even if we look at the population ratio, it's like they have 6% more, or not 6. They have like 10%.
Yeah, so that's probably like 5 more people.
Exactly, and those people are around the map doing other stuff.
Yeah.
For Goblin Tribe.
Yeah, and GOBS are also gonna get revives up and get settled in here. I wonder how many people Cryptic has killed. Like, must be a ton.
Find out.
Oh yeah, we can. I can press the thing. Let's see the top killers so far. We've got Kirshen, Chili Cheese Nuggets, Empowered, Ganidiot, and A-Flick. None of the maxes actually, except for Kirshen, I think, who's playing the max. And then on BWAE's heads, Bloody Glitch, Hawklight, and Hawklight's, I think, air to grounding the whole time. Taking a look, let's see Nexus Alpha.
They're already on Nexus Alpha.
Is there an actual backup here?
Not anymore.
No, they cleared off.
They
did. Just like a one person.
Once Nexus Secure goes through, though, BWAE is in for the long game.
Yeah, this is huge here. I missed this. Oh my goodness, yeah. GOBS are here in force. I don't think there's a shot on this one.
Let me take a quick look.
Look at the counter push here from GOBS into dubs. This is what we were talking about. They're not just going to sit in hallway and like C4 battle. They're going to actually push you and wipe you. This is incredibly important in these kinds of formats. Like, look at them go.
It really encompasses just like Jim's paradigm is like to start going wild and start going like buck wild. You know what I'm
absolutely.
like,
and like you see like the buy-in from GOBS. Like they're just here eating shit. They don't care.
Yeah.
And the cap goes through because of that counter push. Like really good play from them.
So what it reminds me of is like the Chinese player that dies like 100 times, but he'll kill you once. He's like, so what? I kill you once. You know, it's like you don't care. Like they'll keep doing this, and it's fine because they're gonna win anyways.
Yeah, a lot of fortitude there. Is that a meow in chat from Father Time? Thank you. A lot of fortitude here from GOBS to really good job doing that. We see some air there from GOBS, and it's gonna be a warp gate rush here. Let's see if we've got caps on point. No, it's
also that joke was a bit too far, so sorry chat, but
yeah.
Point being was this: the paradigm is this: kill me 100 times. It doesn't matter. I'm still staying here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, really good job from both teams. Like, you can tell they're really, like, battling it out. And, Panda on the back cap got rolled by, like, 17 people. Unlucky. BWAE here on the strong back cap defense. Got the detection up, too. That's something I noticed missing in a lot of teams is the detection. Like, you have to know where they're coming from this Nexus space. Because if you get caught off guard by a push from some side, like, it's rough. Oh,
so
Argent pass.
Argent pass.
Argent pass.
Argent pass.
Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in this
Uh-oh.
building.
Yeah, that.
Shoot myself out.
I've experienced that
Whoa!
too.
Hello. Oh my goodness. Argent pass. We've got a little hold here from BWAE. Let's see what's going on. Oh my god, it's insanity. The jackhammer's coming out. And
I'm missing it.
Fairly easy clear, it looks like, from GOBS. They don't. I think I got like a minute on point.
Right.
And
yeah.
And here's what we were talking about with Satcom Hub. It's just cut off. Like, they can just ignore this for the rest of the match.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, they can still back up here, but, like, they're not going to back up while you're on their Nexus Alpha.
I think the thing was just, like, they didn't take advantage of it while they had time, right?
Yeah.
They just didn't take advantage of it while they had the opportunity to. And
Yeah,
it's
100%.
unfortunate.
What
But
do we
yeah,
see
no,
here?
it's
some
just...
air battle going on. It's kind of a transitory stage. It looks like GOBS can't really take full, what's it called? Full control of like the air or the armor, so they can't really roll up spawns like they would like to in this Nexus space. These Nexus spawn points, the Sundies usually go like right here, very exposed, very tough to keep alive if the other enemy team is contesting like this.
The valley, like inside Argent Pass, is that the Sunder you were talking about?
No, I'm talking about Nexus Alpha right now.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
Nexus. Oh,
Alpha?
hold on. No, I'm talking about Argent Pass. We've got battle going on here.
Yeah, no, BWAE's on the roof. Goblin Tribe can't contest in the air. They don't have any. I don't see any air hammers.
The air is getting tied up right now. BWAE have done a very good job of contesting the air so far. You can see it right now. I'm looking at it, but
the Goblin Tribe's doing an excellent
doesn't
job of holding the BWAE push, though.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just. Oh,
Look at
my
that counter push!
goodness.
The counter push!
Yeah.
They went around and wiped it!
Yeah, it's Goblin's game right now. Absolutely, it's another dominating performance from them so far. We see the back cappers coming in. Nishikino, we see him a lot on the back cap. I am for peace. Oh, we're in. Yep, okay, this works. But BWAE holding strong. They do have time on point. About 6 seconds. I hear the Matic Maxes from Blackson.
Tribe
Finally,
is on
Blackson.
point.
Yeah.
Just to mention that real quick, sorry.
Yeah, GOBS need to. Yeah, they're in and they're. Oh, look at
Not quite
all of
set
that.
up, though.
Look
Not
at
quite
all
set
of
up.
that. Look how many guys
This-
there are in one door. Just push in.
This is a really good spot for GOBS right now. Look at how much they're holding back with like a squad.
They just sat on the doorway waiting for
Here
the
comes the
C4.
counter push. Here comes the counter
Yeah,
push.
yeah.
Comes.
Oh yeah, unlucky.
But right, that's kind of
Unlucky.
why this was a really bad spot for BWAE because Goblin Tribe is in the perfect spot to counter push into this and to start flanking all of them.
I think what we see is we saw like a full squad here and they just didn't take any space. They didn't get in. Although it looks like they're wiping GOBS. No, never
Right.
mind. Here comes the push from GOBS. Oh,
Here
my
comes the
God.
counter push.
Yeah, here comes the counter
I
push from
love
GOBS
this,
to wipe
dude.
this off. Yeah, I mean, this is really good play from GOBS. Like,
Right.
this isn't BWAE playing poorly. This is GOBS just knowing exactly what to do and doing it at every point.
Cohesion.
With the
Like
also the max, I've seen like 2 maxes from BWAE. I don't know. Can I pull that up in the statistics?
Oh, we can probably find out afterwards.
Yeah, it's very light from BWAE, and it's
Right.
not working. Because look, 1, 2, 3. I think that's 4 maxes so far from GOBS, just on this one base.
I will just mention BWAE's trying to go for like a multi-sided push right now. I do think it's being wiped. Both sides from the powerhouse is slowly being wiped out.
Yeah, it's I don't know. They can kind of just walk in here, and they are. Yeah, they are just walking in here. You notice too though the overpop, the 70-30
That's
overpop
because
here.
Goblin Tribe counter pushed that other side.
Where are
Defensing the
GOBS?
details. Here comes back Goblin Tribe. I don't know if they have the infantry to retake point.
They only have 40% pop here. I don't think
Okay.
that's going to happen. I think they're just going to battle out in this powerhouse as long as they can. The thing you do here is you make your opponent waste utility, like C4 and res grenades, and oh, there come the C4s there. Like, C4s at this point are useless. They're not really doing anything. They're not doing any good right now in this particular situation.
Right.
Like, you want to save them because BWAE doesn't want to get warp gated. I think that's pretty obvious here. So they want to
Right.
have res nades. They want to have C4, and to do that, you gotta have nanites. You can't overuse res. Like we see the resonates coming in here when you
even
could really...
beyond that. Look at like the efficiency of the resonates. Like how many are they really resing with that resonate?
Yeah, exactly. Like 2 people. Like look at all the resonates they're using right here. It's way too many.
It's not. It's just not like even overlooking nanites too. It's like how if that person dies, how is he gonna get back on point?
Also,
how is he gonna get more resonates?
That's a puzzle that a lot of teams haven't cracked, and the answer is flashes. You get logic flashes. Yep. Flashes. I love flashes. We see a counter push another push coming in here from BWAE. I keep saying counter push all the time now. We've just been talking about it so much. Oh, the orbital coming in from BWAE to kill these maxes though.
That'll be a good I will say
solid
it's a bit
orbital.
early, but
it
will. BWAE
okay.
can use this to get some space.
Yeah,
right?
let's
They can do this to get space.
So they're pushing mainly. GOBS are pushing from one powerhouse, just kind of grinding it out. Oh, we're gonna sorry for the camera work. We're gonna try to just see what's going on here. Oh, that's
BWAE didn't do anything.
They didn't push?
They didn't push.
Oh,
GOBS
no.
is back there. What?
Oh, no. Oh, and here comes a push from GOBS through the door. And the Citadel shield. My worst nightmare. Oh, no. I hate the Citadel shield so much.
Me too, dude.
They're so bad for the freaking...
The shield will allow Goblin Trip to get back in, and
this is a really solid shield from GOBS. This is, you know, they've been stratting this out. Look at how many maxes there are. And I want to note too, these aren't the same players in maxes that we've seen before. This is like, well, obviously we've seen Blackstone, but like,
they're rotating.
Yeah, they're rotating based off of nanites. This is really, they're just doing everything right. They're just doing everything right. Like, what more can you say at this point?
Like, it's like, ironically too, it's like, you know, you see this IRL too with troop movements. It's like shuffling the troops between rest periods and fighting periods. It's like that's actually that's not a terrible point. Like, yeah, you have to do it for like different reasons, of course, but like for Nana, it's like you have to do it in a format like this. You know, max for one base, heavy for another base, max for one base.
All you can hear right now in my game, all you can hear right now are Maddox going off. It's just absurd.
Dude.
It's yeah. This is a tough moment for BWAE. Like,
BWAE have 6 minutes to solve this problem.
How much time is left on the alert? I can't actually see the alert timer.
18 minutes. So they have 18 minutes to the alert.
Oh my god. That's
6 minutes to solve their
much
Nexus
time.
problem.
Hold on, maybe I can change that in my interface.
I'm not sure what that shield does for BWAE.
I don't care. Yeah, it's the shield. Where?
The Citadel shield. The Citadel shield. I'm not too sure what that does for BWAE.
They have air up, so could help their air out a little bit. But yeah, it's I think at this point, like, the air's got to go and you got to get in.
Right, and even just looking at what BWAE's trying to do, it actually kind of hinders because GOBS is able to hold top along with impunity, and BWAE they're just forced to go through short. And think about how narrow that short is, and think about the max.
Yeah, and I want to note here, look at how GOBS are holding this. I don't think they've every single time they see a push coming, they go and they push into Powerhouse. This is their like MO right here. Although right now what we're seeing is the max difference, honestly. Like, the sustain is good on both sides, but the max difference is huge.
Yep.
Like, it's
I'll bet Max is out frags at least
100%. We can take a look at the top killers right now. The top killers are our max players, Kirshen, Dimsum SGS, and Powered. Bulwar actually coming in at 4th there on the heavy. And for BWAE, it's Utter Chaos, Last K's Cal, just quite a bit below. And yeah, I mean, the maxes are a huge difference. Like, look at this.
And
it's just ridiculous.
I think, like, and one of the attitude, I remember talking to somebody. It's like, you know, you can do the heavy assault thing, but I'm gonna pull a max in 1 frame. What can you do to counter that?
Here's I think our first BWAE max in like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Well,
It's
Dumbness. He's the command max coming out unsupported though.
Him, though.
No medics, no engineers. What's going on? Oh, this is rough.
And that's
and Dimsum smelling blood. This is
right.
Oh, and here comes nice orbital, I think, from GOBS.
Interesting orbital that will force Goblin Tribe to put themselves in a more resable position. Those maxes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just gonna kill that push from BWAE, to be honest, and that's tough for them. 3 minutes 40 left on the cap. We're trying to. I honestly, I wish we could see everyone on the map at all times. I wish we could have like Dorito spots or like the little dots. You know what I mean?
Me too, dude. But we will see another BWAE push coming from the south side. We do see quite a few maxes.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Able to force through, but they don't have that much time.
C4 though is huge. Oh, and here comes. Look at this is good max play from CC. You see what he's doing on the south side? He's just he sees a push and he immediately just runs into it and just squashes it. Like, he doesn't let the medic throw resonates. He doesn't let anyone do anything. He just... That's what you do with the max is a tool to take space and kill. Oh, and I missed a big push from BWAE, but the crossfires are insane here for GOBS.
Right, that's exactly... That's what I was... I mentioned that earlier, too, is like... You know, like,
is
the resources... BWAE just has to commit to each one of these. And you mentioned, too, it's like those nanites can't be looking too good right now.
Yeah, definitely at a low. Here comes the orbital here. Are we going to see, like, an actual organized push from... out of the
BWAE?
I don't know. Where are they? Looks like they're coming from the southeast side. Orbital goes off. We're going to see them rush in. It looks like a squad here, though. Good crossfires coming in, though. Might actually break this hold. Finally, maybe CC dies. Does have a max shield, though. I don't know. The rotate's coming for GOBS. I don't think it's enough.
Here comes that defense in detail was kind of mentioned earlier, is to like they'll counter push into one smaller group and come back and finish the other bigger.
That's they've been so good about that. You've seen this on this work like that CC push I was looking earlier is like they counter push into one small push. Once that push dies, they go back and they help out the other side.
Yep.
So even though BWAE is trying their best to get pushes set up on every side, like they can't.
Right.
It's really tough to play an enemy like this.
It's positioning, like, you know how in position you want to just take 1v1s, right? In this case, it's like Goblin Tribe is just moving, as a group, just positioning into, big group fight smaller group, then fight other smaller group,
Another orbital coming in. I think that's our last. I think both teams have used 2 of them. I don't see BWAE. I don't see them coming back. Like, the max play, and look, every max is supported, everyone... I don't know. It's just, this is insane.
Everybody knows exactly what they're doing, and sooner or later, the air to ground will start coming in, and BWAE will be forced to deal with that as well, as it is coming in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't mean to talk up GOBS. Oh, look at the air coming in from dumbness to nothing wrong. I don't mean to talk up GOBS or anything, but like this is incredibly dominant. Versus, I can't stress this enough. Like BWAE is a very good team. Like these are not like these guys know how to play the format. They know like the things that we're talking about. Like they know these things. It's just that GOBS are like on it 100,000%. We see a big push coming through Powerhouse onto Northwest Building.
Right.
Oh, that's a huge push, but the detection's there for GOBS, and look at the rotates for GOBS. They know.
Right, and we do see like Goblin Tribe. You mentioned taking space.
What the? I'm sorry. I just saw a javelin come through on my. Oh my god. It's just insane. Look at the pushing here from GOBS on both sides too. Like.
Right, and Spy is much needed time for GOBS.
It's just insane. 40 seconds left on the cap. You gotta think GOBS are getting real low on utility though. I don't see a lot of resonates coming out, and I know they've used them. I see as I see a resonate come across my screen. 30 seconds left. This is it for BWAE. This is the all-in right here.
Make it or break it. Yeah. They have to solve this problem right now, or there's
the C4 is impressive from GOBS. This is insane. Look at the crossfires. Chili cheese nuggets. Anakin in the corner.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. 15 seconds. We're gonna see the rotates coming from GOBS. There's no way that push makes it out of there.
No, I don't. I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but I don't think BWAE. There's just no time left.
And look at this push, and Powerhouse never even got through the door. Like, and there we go. I mean, dominant from start to finish. That was an impressive performance at every level. I'd say.
And like, it's not just their infantry movement and like mechanical. It's like if you look at the macro scale of things too. It's like GOBS constantly putting BWAE on the back foot, forcing them to respond to problems and forcing BWAE to split their pop.
Yeah,
and taking advantage of the fact that BWAE they didn't flex fast enough back onto infantry.
The way I used to put it is that when you're FCing or you're squad leading or whatever, you want to make the person you're FCing against just make as many decisions as possible. You want to observer. Caster L right there. You want to force them to make as many decisions as possible because you can't. You can't do that. No one can make that many decisions. Like the more you make them do, the more likely they're going to mess up. The pushes are going to be mistimed. It's just going to be it's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Damn, that
let's,
was
yeah, that,
gosh.
I mean, the stats say it all. 1,700 kills for GOBS and 1,100 for BWAE. And just about a very similar revives. I mean, 800 for BWAE and still 700 for GOBS. I mean, that's very close for the kill difference. Like, you gotta say, like, the sustain from GOBS is huge. Let's take a look at our top killers here. Yeah, the difference is I'd say, night and day. Like, it's just very oppressive, I'd say.
Let me take a look at the stats.
Top vehicle kills. Dubnus with 12 vehicle kills somehow. How the hell do you do that? Sakamaki.
Probably air, honestly.
He doesn't fly.
Probably vehicles. Then.
My favorite
I'm
stat,
not sure.
top revives. Core, as usual, top on the revive list. Spy coming up there on Impressionable. Good job. Arazio, Schmeizy, Victor Eck. Good job from the BWAE medics. I'll say, like, they were doing a very good job as far as what's it called?
As far as resin, like just keeping uptime, like how much time is spent killing that player versus how much time is spent resing that player, right?
Yeah, 100%. We're gonna get some interviews here, and we got Dubnus, we got Frog Michael. Hello, Frog Mike.
Frog Michael.
Hello, Dubnus. Welcome. Hi.
What's up, Dubnus?
Let me just get some stuff sorted on the cast and all.
That was
nuts.
That was such a nuts match to watch.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Of course, GG's to both of you. Really just dominant match from GOBS. I mean, from start to finish, I'd say. It was, I mean, I couldn't criticize that much. I mean, that was really good from you guys. So GG's to you, Frog Mike. I think the question I like to ask is, like, on expectations. Like, what did you expect? I'll start with you, Frog Mike. What did you expect coming into this? Like, what were the expectations?
I think Dubnus is probably one of the strongest squad leads and platoon leads in the game. So I mean, I knew coming into it.
Hard agree.
No matter what, BWAE had coming into it, it was going to be pretty formidable. We went into it kind of expecting to be back capped constantly, having stalker infills that I'm sending 3 people trying to find for 10 minutes, that type of thing. Fortunately, I mean, it seemed like we just kind of were able to keep the momentum going, so that stuff didn't happen. But we definitely came into this with a lot of respect, and honestly weren't sure if we were going to come out with the win.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that playing the way you did is the ultimate respect, because there was never a point where you guys let off the gas at all, ever. Dubnus, I'll pivot to you. Like, how did you expect this to turn out? What were your expectations going into the match?
Well, first of all, GG, and second of all, I think you're being far too kind, but I appreciate it. Thank you. No, look, at the end of the day, right, we know GOBS are not just the best team on Emerald, but probably the best team in the world when it comes to this right now, right? Ooh. Let's be honest. Let's not, mince
words there. Okay, I like it.
No, I don't mess around.
Yeah.
So that's just the honest truth. So we knew it was going to be difficult, right? And I've played with Frog Mike and TJ and a bunch of other people on that roster before. I know how they think. I knew what their strategy would be, right? And it was exactly the opener happened exactly the way I thought it would, except we didn't capture the middle base, right? I didn't mind giving them the top base, right? But losing the middle base and then losing momentum. And then, as Frog Mike said, right, it never switched over.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
definitely. We see that in a lot of matches. Like, that middle base is, like, honestly just huge. It's just incredibly, because it's very hard to take back, first of all. So, like, it's just tough. It's just a tough base to lose. I noticed that no one went for the tech plane. Like, what?
Satcom?
Yeah, Satcom. No one went for Satcom for probably like 5-10 minutes, maybe.
What? This sucks. No one likes it. It's the most useless base in the lattice. It's just a distraction.
Yeah. It does. It literally is just like you can bypass it through Granite Head. So it's a little odd the way they kind of decided to. It's also bad to fight at. So it's like. Yeah.
I mean, Dubnus kind of had his hands tied. Like, I think he went into this kind of expecting our air to be pretty dominant. And anytime, I think, on this map, when you're fighting a team where the air is going to be dominant, you have to get the middle base. So we knew if we could try to stop them from getting the middle base, that's where our best chances were. So we were just going to do everything we could to prevent them from getting it.
Yeah, 100%. I'll say for Dumbness, you guys, your air squad did a very good job contesting. I don't know if they ever got wiped. Actually, I can't think of a time.
I don't think so. They were just everywhere.
They were there all the time. I feel like I didn't notice a lot of like leveraging that with galaxy drops. Like I didn't notice a lot of like anvils coming in from you guys. Was that just like being under the, you lost the middle base, and then at that point it's kind of like not a steamroll, but like a little bit of a lane smash thing where it's very difficult to claw your way back from.
We yeah. So I'm glad to get that positive feedback on the air, because we adjusted. Perhaps we over-adjusted.
That's yeah, I kind of noticed that too.
Because we had a fair amount of people, not necessarily in the air, but kind of working towards taking air control, because as Frog Mike says, air control is very important. But maybe we over-adjusted, and that was going to be a concern with the new platoon comp we were running tonight, and the new leadership structure that we were trying out. So we knew it would potentially be a problem, and obviously it didn't work out, but I'm happy because it means it's a little strategy I can cross out now.
It's a lesson learned. Yeah, and that's very valuable. These are still, I just want to remind everyone, this is still qualifiers. This is not a playoff.
I mean, I say I'm happy. I'm
well, yeah.
I'm never happy losing, but
of course. But no, I see what you're saying. Yeah. This is still qualifiers. This is not playoffs yet. That's gonna be next week, right? Something like that. Top 8.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think that's most of what I got. I do want to ask, like, how has the recruitment gone? I'll start with Douglas and go to Frog Mike, and I think that'll be my last question. Is like, how has the recruitment gone as far as like, I know there's like pilots are a rare commodity. There are not that many pilots in Emerald. Like how like.
Commodity.
I mean, they are. Like that's what they are. Like it's. I've tried to learn how to fly, and it's awful. But like, how did that go down for you, Dumbness?
I just
kind of new people.
Well, someone made a joke when the team was being made. It's like, why don't you just message your friends list? And that's basically just what I did. I don't know if it was the same for Frog Mike, but for me it was just like, hey, who wants to play air?
Hey, I've done that too.
We're gonna be playing GOBS and VCats, and VCats has bling air. GOBS has already strong air with TJ and clones. So who wants a challenge, basically?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you, Frog Mike?
Well, I mean, we don't have enough people in GOBS to be able to consistently field 48. I think on any given night we could probably be able to run 30 to 36. Like if I tried to like push everyone to show up. So I mean, recruiting was I had to do it no matter what.
Well, of course.
And obviously we're an infantry outfit, so we don't have very many pilots. But I am, fortunately enough, I mean, I do have some pilots in the outfit, like Love That Liberator and TJ, who have connections. Yeah, people who are friends with other people. And so it's just friends of the outfit, friends of friends in the outfit. Kind of people we thought would mesh well with us. I mean, that's pretty much just how we approached recruitment. Honestly, for each one of these matches, like we're just barely getting 48 people reacting. The going into it, the priority was to bench as few people as possible, and so far that's been pretty successful. Usually we bench 2 to 3 people a game. So I mean that's our ringing philosophy, was we wanted to try to play as many of our own members as we could, and then fill the other slots with things we're not good at. We knew going up against BWAE, we were going to be fighting BWAE members. Not so sure about that in terms of VCats, but I guess we'll see.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure who we're gonna be fighting. I know it's the VCats tag, but that doesn't look anything like VCats.
Yeah, no comment from me on that one, but
So wolf in sheep's clothing.
but yeah.
I will just add one thing. Thank you for removing the hitching.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, it's so much better.
Because it actually enabled us to have such a nice match.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we lost, whatever, but it was a nice match.
Yeah,
so
it was battle. There was good battle to be had. I enjoyed casting it. I'm sure even losing, winning, whatever, I'm sure people are still enjoying playing it. I think I'll end it there. I don't think. You have
Can
a question?
I ask a quick question?
Yeah,
I do have a quick question just for Frog Mike. I noticed that the Goblin Air just So usually dominant. This time not dominant. Was that something you guys planned around, or was that just it
BWAE
just
just did a
happened
really good
and
job of
adapted
contesting
to it?
I
Pardon?
mean, BWAE just did a really good job of contesting it. I mean,
Okay.
they had a lot of people in there. I don't think our air is as strong as some people think it is. I mean, like we are gonna have our hands full with the VCAT's air, but I mean, we expected BWAE to throw a wrench into the gears and somehow try to disrupt our air.
Yeah.
So we kind of went into it planning for that.
Okay, gotcha. No,
Makes
I was
sense.
just curious because I know one thing I've noticed casting your guys' games and watching replays too is like you guys have these galaxies in reserve that you use as transports, and I find that insane tactic, by the way. But I was just curious how you were. I just didn't know how you guys were gonna adapt if like you guys didn't have that protection around. But hearing you say that, understood.
Yeah.
Frog Mike.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Zagszy. Yeah, so we'll end it there. I think that's I think we've all gotten what we wanted out of this. And thank you guys
Bye-bye.
again.
User
Yeah.
disconnected.
Thank you guys for coming out. See you, Douglas. Have a good one.
Yeah, GG. Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. I
User
think this is
disconnected
the last
from your
match of the night.
channel.
There's also Connery matches later, so tune in for those.
I'm playing Connery. Watch Connery. It'll be great.
Watch Connery. Connery's great. Love Connery. Great server. Woo! Yeah, we'll just wrap it up there. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye,